Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone's Record Service Alan Tolliver Show, where we cover everything on the court with the West Green Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Alan Tolliver. Coach,
What's up, buddy?
how we doing this week?
Tired.
Tired?
It's
a little exhausted?
I'm ready for Christmas break.
Well, it's coming up soon. Just got about a week and a half left to go. Of course, we've got 2 regular season games, Johnson County on Friday, North Green on Tuesday. Then you got the Big H Bash
on
next
Wednesday.
week also. Oh, Lord, on Wednesday. Yeah, that's going to be a tough week next week.
I forgot. Yeah, we might need to reschedule our coaches show next week.
We'll figure that out when the time comes.
Yeah.
But as of right now, we got some wins to talk about. The good news is you're streaking with clothes on, of course, with a few wins. I think 4 in a row now.
4 in a row.
First 4-game winning streak I looked since, I think, 3 years ago. And you're 5-2 now on the season. You got 2 wins here recently since the last time we sat down and talked against Hancock County and Happy Valley. Hancock County, a 9-point win. Happy Valley game, very decisive 34-point win, opening your conference play up with a victory also. Start with the Hancock County game and take me through those last 2 wins.
Yeah, Hancock County, man. We went up there, and I've been there once before. We went up there, I don't know if I was in school or it was my first year being assistant. I don't know what it was. Went up there, and we got ready to run out. You heard, and I was like, huh? And they run out of banjos. And I got to talking to their old coach. I knew who their old coach was. And he's their AD now, an assistant principal. I got to talking to him. And I said, how long have y'all been doing this? He's like, we've been doing it he's got going on 40 years. So like that's been a tradition there for 40 years.
That's amazing.
But dude, I loved it. I was sitting over there and they started out and I was like, yeah. And I look up, I got like 3 players down there and they're like, this is awesome, coach. This is awesome. So it was a cool experience there. But I told them, I was like, this is a tough place to go play. Tough place to shoot the ball at. And they did. They came out and they hit us in the mouth early. We recovered, led the first quarter. We had the lead at the end of every quarter. We had the lead, but they made great runs at us. I think we pushed it up to 15 or 16 once, and I looked it up, and it's a 3-point game again. They just kept battling. I told them, I was like, they're not going to lay down. At no point will they lay down and roll over in this game. It's just how Hancock is. It's how they're coached. They're going to come at you from start to finish, and they're going to be physical with you. So that was a good one to pull out. I think our stat line for that one was, points-wise, was like 12, 12, 12, 4, and 14 or something like that. So overall, pretty balanced scoring all the way through. Then last night we played Happy Valley and came out, had a good start. Very sluggish second quarter, though. I think it was 22, and then we had 11 in the second quarter.
Still outscored them, though. That was impressive.
Yeah, still outscored them. Defense played well. Communication was there. Shared the ball well last night. Elijah's hit a little streak here and been playing well. But overall, I mean, from top to bottom, really everybody's just kicking in, playing their role, doing what they're supposed to do. And right now, I like the way we're trending right now. I'm not going to say we're where we want to be because we're far from where we want to be. But we're making steps in the right direction. And as long as you can keep making those steps forwards without taking any backwards, then you'll get there. And I think there's potential. But like I said, we're definitely not where we need to be yet. A lot of things to work on, a lot of things to improve on, and that's one thing I love about this team. They know that we're not where we want to be. Coach, I missed 3 free throws last night. And we do this little free throw thing every day where we run. Coach, let me shoot them. So stepping up, taking initiative, and it's what you want to see out of your leaders on the team. And that goes for varsity and JV. Everybody's working hard, pushing each other every day in practice, and that's what it's going to take to get there.
I don't know if you know, but last night's win was wire to wire.
Really?
You took a very early lead. I think you got up 4-0. They cut it down to 4-2, and then you pushed out to an 11-2 lead before they called a timeout. You never let go of the lead. After getting that first lead, Elijah goes down through the lane untouched, unguarded. I think on your first possession of the game,
Yeah.
Wise Carver gets a little left-handed layup, and you go up 4-0. Never let go, never surrendered it after that. led wire to wire. What's crazy is not only did you get a varsity sweep last night, the girls went wire to wire too. Happy Valley's varsity girls and varsity boys did not lead for a single second last night. West Green led for every second of both games last night, and that's one of those nights where you could sit back happy knowing that that's one of the better nights you'll have all season, leading wire to wire, because as much as you would love to lead wire to wire in every game, that's just not how it goes. It's sports.
No,
everybody's going to gain a lead.
Yeah. But I will say, though, Happy Valley is definitely – Shane's going – they're going to keep getting better and better and better. So definitely don't ever count them out. Shane, I mean, he does a great job. And he's doing it by himself.
Yeah,
No
assistance.
He's doing JV, he's doing varsity, he's doing it all by himself. And, I mean, that's credit to him.
You got to commend the man for that because that's a lot of work.
Credit to him because there ain't no way. I got 2 of them. I still feel like I'm drowning sometimes. So I couldn't imagine what it's like to do. And, I mean, he's probably got 20 players.
Think so?
Yeah, I mean.
It's great to see those numbers rise for a school like that.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't even – he had 15 on JV, and all of them didn't dress out on varsity.
Wow.
So, I mean, he's sitting there at 20 players, and he's doing that by himself. So, I mean, props.
Incredible.
Could not.
Incredible. But, of course, also with that win over Happy Valley, we talked about it last night, was the district opener for everybody in this District 1-2A conference. You hosted Happy Valley. South Green hosted Johnson County. Hampton hosted Chucky Doak. Every host team won last night. So as of right now, you, South Green, and Hampton up at the top of the conference at 1-0 with each other. And it's important to always get that first win, but something that I don't think we talked about last night that I wanted to talk about on camera today was that last year I think a lot of people want to forget that you dropped that first game against Happy Valley last
We dropped it bad, too.
You went up there to play Happy Valley, dropped that first game, put you way behind the 8 ball last year, and had to fight back because I think after that game you went directly into a South Green game last year. You don't do that this time. You get Johnson County, which is still a physical team. But
physical team.
You get that first win out of the way against Happy Valley. After learning last year and previous years before, how important is it to get that first one out of the way?
Oh, it's crucial. Last year we pinned ourselves real deep with conference play. Really put ourselves behind the 8 ball, and it's kind of something we've been preaching. All these games are important. Every game you play is important. But if you can focus and you can compete and win your games in conference and you can take care of your home court, then you make things better for yourself in the long run. So that'll be big for us to make sure that we push it there and we get to where we need to be. And we can't – no mental lapses when it comes to conference play. You can't afford that. And that's something we've been preaching to this group, preaching to this team. You just got to – last night's over with. Good win. It's over. It's in the rear view. We're on to the next one. We're not looking ahead to anything ahead of us. We're not looking ahead to North Green. We're not looking ahead to anything like that. Right now we're focused on Johnson County. And I know I'm not going to go into that spiel yet. We're going to talk about that in the next half.
A break to put in there first. But before we go into that break, something that you pointed out to me last night, we talked about, and something that I talked about in the article, this is a very selfless team.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've been able to watch them this year, but just watching them, a very selfless team, and I think the scoring book would suggest that too, because something that you pointed out to me, you got a 4-game winning streak going on. In each of those 4 games, you've had a different leading score at the end of the night.
That's right, and I think it's the first time it's ever happened. For me,
really?
Me being the head coach.
So, like 4 straight games where you've had 4 different leading scores and wins? Okay.
Yeah, I would say that's the first time it's happened for us.
And it's beneficial because it's not like years past where you have one player that you have to try to shut down. You shut down one player, you've got maybe 3, potentially 4 other options in the starting lineup that you can go to feed and end up making up for those points that one player that they attempt to key on and shut down wouldn't get.
Yeah, and I mean that's not even – I mean we got some guys on the bench. I know they're younger guys, but they can put the ball in the hole, score well. I mean Titus came in last night. I think he rattled off 7 straight in the fourth quarter.
I think so too.
So I got some guys that can come in, put some points on the board for us, and that'll be big because, I mean, it's not always going to be rainbows and roses. If it is, I'm going to be a happy man.
If it is, something's going a little too good.
Yeah.
You're using up all the luck.
Yeah. So, but no, excited to keep continuing on the road that we're on. Continue to get better each day, and I mean that's all. That's all I got to say about that. We continue to get better. I'll be happy.
Moving forward now, you got another important game with Johnson County. You don't have to make that trip just yet. You were going to, but things got switched. So I know something that Coach Shaw said you would have kind of liked to get the trip out of the way.
I would have loved to get the trip out of the way.
I think it's what everybody said.
This is the first year, and so this is going to be the third year in a row we've went up there on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Third year in a row, and this was the year for that to end. We were going on a Friday.
Dang. I've talked to 3 different coaches today that have all had that switch this week. You're the 4th one now. All 4 say that they wish they'd have went ahead and got that trip out of the way. But the good thing is...
What, to Mountain City?
Huh?
All 4 of them was going to Mountain City?
South Green was supposed to go last night. They came down to South Green. You were supposed to go up there on Friday. They have to come down here now. All 4 coaches this week have said that they would have rather gone ahead and got that trip out of the way.
Yeah.
Because even though, you get to push it off to later in the year, now you don't have to worry about it. It's still in the back of your mind, and it's on a Tuesday night.
What really stinks now, though, is I'm pretty sure that puts me at 4 or 5 straight away games.
Yeah, we'll worry about that when the time comes. But for now, you've got Johnson County at home. I know you're happy about that.
I mean, yeah, I'm happy about it.
You would have rather gotten it out of the way, though.
Also, let me get that out because I know half of y'all probably don't watch this after the first half of the show. Come out and Friday night, varsity girls tip off at 5. Okay, varsity girls start at 5. There's no JV games. We're going straight varsity girls, varsity boys. 5, and I say varsity boys will follow what 6:30.
6:30, yeah.
6:30. Show up, be loud.
But it doesn't matter what time the varsity boys start. Come watch the varsity girls
too.
6-2 and 5-2. You got it going at West Green right now.
Yeah,
got some pretty good records going right now. Hopefully boost those a little bit more. You got Johnson County Friday, of course, North Green on Tuesday. But before we get into it, you know what's next.
What's next?
Got to get a word in from our sponsors first. So stay tuned, stick with us. We'll talk about those 2 games in just a brief moment. But we need to get a word in from our sponsors first and a quick commercial break. So we'll be right back to talk about that and try some new Celsius flavors here on Grassroots Media.
For more than 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has served customers in East Tennessee with licensed and professional plumbing services. From installing your new faucet to replacing your existing piping system, our team at Tommy's Plumbing is trained to handle the job with professionalism, attention to detail, and integrity. By offering warranties on most products installed by our technicians, Tommy's Plumbing stands behind our work, ensuring that your plumbing needs are not only met, but that your problem is solved for the long term. When you need reliable and professional plumbing service, Tommy's is the only call to make. So give us a call today and let us show you the Tommy's difference.
Pizza Inn offers contactless buffet to go with JoJo's Family Feast or anything on our menu for carryout. We also honor birthday parties and cater to businesses and large events. We make it easy. Call us today. Pizza Inn Greenville.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone Trucker Service Alan Tolliver Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything on the court with the West Green Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with Buffs head coach Alan Tolliver. It's the beginning of the second half, everybody.
Yes, sir.
What's the beginning of the second half mean?
Well, always got to try the Celsius.
New Celsius flavor, and it's one that I've had my eye on for a while now. My favorite color is green, specifically this color of green. I don't know why it took us about 15 Celsiuses to go through before we did it, but green apple cherry.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. This is one of the first times I saw it.
I've seen it before because it really stands out, but I've not really, I guess, wanted to try it because I guess the vibe ones always kind of stick out because they're like the Arctic vibe, peachy vibe, cosmic, galaxy, and stuff like that. But I'm excited because when we did the Gatorades, I think we both really liked the green apple ones. Yep. So we've got a green apple Celsius, but it's green apple.
I don't know how the cherry's going to go in.
That's going to be the wild card, is the cherry.
All right, here we go.
So it is sparkling.
It's sparkling. Yeah. I was about to say the same thing.
I don't know if
it's
we'll
sparkling.
ever get any non-sparkling ones anymore.
We
still don't know what a live fit is.
No, I don't know what it means.
Anyway.
At this point, is it? We're idiots.
What?
It's Live Fit.
Is it Live Fit? Live Fit, yeah. Disregard that. Anyways, sparkling green apple cherry.
Let's smell it. Smells like apple. Smells like a Jolly Rancher.
Tastes good. Would say what it tastes like, but this is a PG show, so I can't say anything.
Bro, it tastes.
Do you taste any cherry?
Mm-mm.
I don't think I do either. Maybe I don't know. Do you taste the cherry kind of in the middle of the green apple?
This is like a sour apple. Not sour, but
It's not sour, but you can kind of get
you know the
that.
apple one we had last year? Where did we have an apple one last year? I've had an apple flavored one.
we did.
It reminds me of that a little bit, except this apple's more.
Like a Granny Smith apple,
Yeah.
like exactly like the apple on there. It's not like a red apple.
Yeah.
Do you taste cherry? Do you taste it in the middle, anything? It's definitely not an aftertaste this time like the bluegrass lemonade was.
I get zero cherry, bro.
I don't know. I think I get a little hint of it, but it's not overwhelming.
I don't hate it.
It wasn't the bluegrass lemonade that had the aftertaste. It was last week. The peach raspberry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
It was good.
Where you ranking this one, though? We had different opinions the last two. You had bluegrass lemonade. I think you said 9.5.
Yeah, it was.
And I think I had it 7.5.
What did I say last week? 7.5?
I think you said 7.
Did I say
think you went
7?
low. Yeah.
That's
and
good because I'm gonna give this a 7.
No, I went 8.5 on bluegrass lemonade. I went 8.5. What are you going on this?
I'm gonna go 7.5 on this.
7.5 on this one.
Yeah, it's better than the last one we had. The peach raspberry. I'll give this a 7.5. I kind of like it. I love apples though, so
I think I'm gonna go below the two that we've tried before. It's good, but
here's the thing. At least it's not cola.
thank goodness we're gonna get into the flavors now that we really enjoy. One
Yeah.
that we've not done yet. Have we done grape?
Is there a grape one?
Yeah, I've had the grape.
No,
But
we
we
did
didn't
grape.
do- did we do
No,
grape?
we did wild berry. I will tell you I was gonna pull it up. I don't have
I could
the
pull it
list.
up, but I don't want to put everybody through all that right now because we've talked
It's your
about
lucky
it.
day.
You said that people don't watch the second half. I think they watch the Celsius part and just completely tune out. There may be 5 people that watch the whole thing.
I know one of them.
I know one of them too, the biggest fan.
The biggest.
The biggest. But I think I'm going to go with 6.5.
I'm gonna stay 7.5.
Not the biggest fan of it, but it's good.
The color adds
Listen,
at least a half.
The color adds at least a half. But if we did ratings last year, what would the cola have been?
Oh, dude, I didn't even drink it all.
1 to 10, what would the cola have been?
Can I go? I can't go 0. I'd go 1. Like it was the worst thing I've tried.
I'll go a generous 3.
Really?
A generous
Did you drink
3.
all yours?
No. But I drank more than half of it. I think that's way more than you drank.
Yeah. The amount I drank out of the cola was the amount I drank out of the cucumber lime Gatorade.
Fair. Fair. Yeah, it was all right. We need to, like we mentioned, we need to go and have like what is it?
The mystery.
Blindfolded taste test. Yeah. We need to go do that sometime. But green apple cherry, I'm going to go with 6.5.
I'll say 7.5. It's not
All right.
bad. I like it.
Just week 3 right now. We won't have rankings yet. Maybe after this one, I'll go through and make a notes tab of what our ratings are so we can get our rankings up in week 4. But basketball. You got the Longhorns this week. You got Johnson County. Looking for a win on Friday night. I got to throw horns up every chance I get.
I wasn't going to say nothing. I was going to let it go.
You can throw them down.
No,
I don't know if you want to do that, though.
I'm not going to
But
do that.
Johnson County, Friday night. You get it home. Of course, you would have rather gotten that trip out of the way, but the good news is you get another home game now, and it's a conference game, of course. Conference games at home, very important. You look at your home games against Johnson County in the past, even though they're home games, man, they've all been tightly contested. I wasn't here for the one last year. I was here for the one 2 years ago whenever they snuck out a win here at West Green. So you're looking to pick up a win, looking to go 2-0. This is an important day. Of course, the first day of conference games is important, But I don't think people realize how important this second day of conference games are because you've got Hampton hosting South Green, two teams that are 1-0. So one of those teams is going to gain their first loss. If you were able to win, you would be in a tie at first place at 2-0. So an ever-important game against Johnson County. What's the vibe going into Friday night?
It's going to be a dogfight. Every year since we've been in the same conference as Johnson County, we have split every year. We have went 1-1 every year.
And there's some years, like I mentioned, that they've been at each other's places.
Yeah,
too,
it's opposite. It's not even been home court every time. So it's going to be a knockdown, drag out. They're going to be physical. They're going to bring aggression. They're going to get up in you. They're going to try to turn you over. Just overall, they shoot the ball well. They rebound well. They do a lot of things well. They're coached well. So, they're going to do things the right way. And just overall, like you said, very important conference game. 2-0 is huge. If you can go 2-0 in your first two games, you set yourself up really, really well. So
I always talk about percentages. I don't know what percentages they are, but I can go ahead and fully know that if you win your first two games in the conference, your chances of winning the conference or finishing top two exponentially rise.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. And we talked about those goals and aspirations at the beginning of the year, and sat down with some of the guys and just talked about it. And that's one of the team goals, be top two in conference. And this Friday night will be a very important role in that.
Because I think a lot of people don't realize, too, you play these two in December, and you don't get any more till January.
Late January, too.
Yeah.
Like it's January 15th or 16th or something like that.
You get a month between conference games. So if you go 0-2, like some teams will unfortunately go in their conference, you've got to sit on that for a month. Luckily for you guys, you have the chance to go 2-0, sit on that for a month, be a little more content than you had been in the past, get all of those non-conference games out of the way, and get things worked out and right going into that big conference stretch. So very important game Friday night.
It's going to be huge. And I would love to have a packed crowd, man. These guys have been working hard. Girls have been working hard. I think it would do wonders for them just pack that place out.
As far as Johnson County is
They
from
travel
West Green,
well.
too, they travel well, and it's a Friday night.
It's a Friday night.
So you might have a lot of Johnson County fans travel down here to play West Green on Friday night. I know another team that travels well. They're just across the county. They're on the north side of the
Just up
county.
the interstate a little bit.
Those North Green Husky fans travel well, too. You talked about packed crowds. When you get West Green and North Green here inside of Jimmy Jones Gymnasium, those are packed crowds. You can expect, nonetheless, on Tuesday night whenever the Huskies come in here to face the Buffaloes, when you take on North Green on Tuesday night in that inter-county matchup, what can we expect?
Hopefully a good game.
They always are. They always seem to be good games.
I'm not going to say always. We crapped the bed once last year.
In that game, yeah, I remember now. Yeah. But you look back historically over the last few years, they've been close games.
They've been knockdown dragouts. Got to watch North Green, South Green play the other night. Playing really good ball right now. Shooting the ball well. They get downhill well. Running good sets. Defense. Playing really good defense. So, just going to be big for us to come in. And it's really going to start with how we play tomorrow. Well, Friday night.
Friday,
yeah.
You can say tomorrow. This might come out on Thursday.
Yeah, it might come out on Thursday. It's going to start with how we play on Friday night. I think we really carry a lot. We carry a lot over from game to game. Like our momentum. It's how we've been riding. So, really excited. First county game of the year.
It is your first county game of the year.
First county game of the year. Be right after some conference games. So, excited for that. And like you said, it will definitely be a packed crowd that night.
Hopefully riding into that game with a larger winning streak. Of course, you got 4 at the moment.
4.
Looking to go into 5.
And then
potentially go to 6 with that win over North Green, too. And then guess where you're going?
Go straight into the Big H,
Going
man.
to the Big H, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to eat that barbecue
I'm ready to
up
get
there.
some nachos.
I am, too. Even the nights that I don't work up there.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we play at 8 o'clock on Wednesday.
On Wednesday?
We're the last game.
Would you rather be the last game or the first game?
Last.
Exactly. That's the good part of it. And the good thing is you can get there early enough
To get some nachos. And not wear a white shirt.
No, don't wear your white today. Wear your blue.
Yep.
Yeah, wear your blue.
Might not even come dressed. Like,
That's even more smart. But
Athletic-
if you've got West Green stuff on when you show up, don't wear the white.
nope,
Don't wear the white. I don't think there's anything else we've got left on basketball. But football.
Football. All right, let me pull the
Football.
bracket up.
We've got the first 12-team college football playoffs. First thoughts.
You know what my thoughts are?
Go for it.
It ain't even nothing to do with the playoff. Ashton Genty is your husband.
We talk about that every week now. This
Every
third
week.
interview,
I'm so mad that he's not going to win it.
And what's crazy is he's going to break Barry Sanders' record.
Yep. Unless
I'm not going to
Barry's-
say he's going to. I don't want to jinx the kid and he end up having a freak injury
Yeah, don't say
in that game against, well, we don't know who it's against yet. Of course, they have the bye, but he's only like 100 and something yards away. And a lot of people nitpick too and say, well, he did it and so-and-so and so-and-so, but the guy hasn't played in 8 quarters this year.
Literally.
He's played 13 games, but if you take away those 8 quarters, he's played the equivalent of 11 games, which is what Barry Sanders did the record in, and he's only 100-something behind him. Now, a lot of people have made the arguments, well, we've had other players that have been close, like Melvin Gordon a few years ago. Kevin
but close ain't
Smith
breaking.
was 100 and something away, but he did it in 13 games where he was still behind like that. But Genty is, you can almost guarantee he's going to break the record. And his trophy case is going to have just a big open spot right there in the center.
What's the running back award? The
The
Doak.
Walker Award,
Yep.
yeah.
He'll have that.
He's going to win the Doak Walker Award. Might win all these AP awards.
I mean, if he doesn't win the Heisman, I hope he wins a Natty.
As long as Texas ain't playing him. But, hey, would not hurt me a bit to see Boise State win. It's crazy how if we'd have had this 15 years ago, you wouldn't be surprised to see Boise State in the conversation.
No.
Because they were always up towards the top like this. But
Always.
it's crazy that Boise State here in 2024, going to be 2025,
Still here.
is still here.
Still
Shout
here.
out Boise State, man. Everybody loved the blue field. I don't know how to feel about it now.
It's ugly in person.
Oh, it is.
The orange is not
No.
orange. It's
Have
like
you
yellow.
been there in person to see it?
I watched this dude that breaks into stadiums on TikTok.
I've watched him too.
I get trapped in
don't
him, man.
don't ever break into stadiums.
Yeah, don't break into him.
Don't ever.
He's not got arrested yet, so maybe try it if you
He
want
got
to.
close.
He
Did you hear about
get
that
close.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it South Carolina?
Yep.
Boo. I don't know if we've got any Gamecock fans who watch this.
Surely not. I've never met a Gamecock fan.
Nah, my girlfriend's family are Gamecock fans, and I don't necessarily dislike South Carolina, but
Honestly, I almost said they should be in playoffs.
I almost did too. I mean,
They beat
football-
Clemson.
Yeah, they beat Clemson. They beat Texas A&M. They were a 2-point conversion away from tying Alabama and going to overtime.
They beat the Tigers either.
Didn't beat the Tigers, but there was some controversy there.
No controversy, Tigers.
But yeah, 12-team playoff bracket now. Let's
All
go
right, you
through it.
ready?
Let's get your predictions on it. You
All
got
right.
the bracket, so
I
makes
got it
my
pulled
job
up
a little
here.
easier.
Texas beats Clemson to go play Arizona State. Sorry, Mom. I think Ohio State beats Tennessee.
You're the only person so far that I've interviewed that has that opinion.
I'm probably also
Now-
the only one that's not a Tennessee fan.
Correctamundo.
Okay. I'm going Ohio State. It's at Ohio State. It's going to be, I know, there's going to be a comment. Michigan played them at Ohio State too. That's what it's going to say. But I will say this. I think it's a very close game. I think Dylan Sampson carries the load as normal. But I think Ohio State pulls it out and you get your rematch.
I don't say a lot of nice things about Tennessee, but shout out Dylan Sampson.
He's good.
SEC Player of the Year.
Yeah, he's
He was
good.
named our Offense Player of the Year today. But whatever you do, if Tennessee wins, don't plant the flag.
Don't plant the flag.
Sure about that today?
No, I didn't hear it.
They're passing is it a law or a bill in Ohio State? If you plant the flag, it's a felony. How soft can Ohio State become?
No, I'm not going to say it.
You know, I mean, I can't say too much more because, like I said, this is a PG show.
Yeah. that's-
Carrying on now. We've got
All
Penn
right.
State and SMU.
Penn State.
Dang, I'm the only one who's riding the ponies.
Are you really? The
I
ponies
been-
have
I
just
have been to
not.
the semifinals, man.
They should have lost to Duke.
They should have.
They should
You're
have
right.
never been in this. Like
They shouldn't have been in the bracket, but when you put teams in this situation, man.
that shouldn't have been in the bracket.
But can you name a time that Penn State has came through and won a big game?
No, but I'm on the train. It's at Penn State. It's
it
a
is at
wide-out
Penn
game.
State. It probably is a
They
wide
don't
out.
lose wide-out games.
If SMU does win, though, they get Boise State, and that's a winnable game, too.
It's a winnable game.
The Ponies and the Broncos, hey.
You know, I've been on the Indiana train all year,
Are you going to go with Indiana?
but I'm going Notre Dame because
I feel
I
so,
have
too.
this sneaky feeling that Notre Dame might be good.
I have said it. Notre Dame is the true underdog in this. Not underdog.
I know
they're
lost.
the true dark horse because, yes, you can say that SMU and these teams are dark horses too. Notre Dame is the one that I think people are forgetting about that has a legitimate shot at going.
Yeah. And see, I almost want to take them over Georgia
I wouldn't doubt it.
because I don't know how good Gunnar Stockton is.
Honestly,
He might have CTE. Like,
he might. That wasn't targeting, though. I don't care what you say.
I mean, no, they didn't call it targeting.
No, God, I thought they were. It didn't matter anyway. Lost
No,
the
it
game.
didn't matter. But I'm going to start from the bottom. Realistically, I'm going to take Georgia. But just know deep down, I want to take Notre Dame.
I do too, but Georgia is one of those very few select teams in sports you cannot count out when it comes to the postseason.
Here's my thing. You give Georgia this long to prepare for a game. Like,
You still don't know about Gunnar Stockton, though.
Mm-mm.
You have a half of game film on him. You can't figure him out that quick.
nope.
You can't figure him out
He can
that
sling
quick.
that thing. That's all you know. He can
He's
sling
good.
it. He can't run, though.
He's good.
He's not mobile.
Crazy part is he's more mobile than I thought he was.
Until his head fell off.
Hey, that's not targeting, though. Thank God it wasn't targeting. Did not want to see him suspended for a half.
Penn State, Boise State.
Which pony's racing to the finish line?
Well, Penn State's the
That's right. I was thinking SMU. I was thinking my bracket.
So I'm going to go Penn State. I'm going to ride with the Nittany Lions.
So the Tigers are slashing the ponies.
Yeah.
Broncos. They're still ponies.
Yeah, they're a pony.
Yeah.
Oregon, Ohio State. Give me the Ducks.
I think so, too. That's who I have in mind, and I just don't see Ohio State winning that game.
Arizona State, Texas.
Let's say Ohio State and Oregon do play. It was a 1-point game last time. Is it like a 2-possession game this time?
Yeah.
I think so, too.
I think Oregon has only gotten better.
I think so, too. I hate to say it. Go forward, though. Keep going.
Texas and Arizona State.
That's a scary game.
It is a scary game. But, you know, just because I like you, T-Nickel, I'm gonna go with the Horns. I'm going to go with the Horns on that one.
But the next game, who do you have?
So I already got Oregon, Texas.
Georgia, Penn State.
I'll be honest with you. I'm going Oregon versus
too.
Georgia. And give me the Dogs to come out on top.
That's the exact championship game and outcome I have.
Is it really?
Yep.
I
Because, listen,
I think Kirby is the best coach in the playoff bracket.
I would have to agree, unfortunately.
And I think he gets those boys right.
If you can get past Notre Dame, I think that next game is easier. I think Notre Dame is a tougher opponent than
Than Penn
SMU,
State.
Penn State, or Boise State. If you do get SMU, they really don't have a defense. If you get Penn State, James Franklin is
Choke.
so bad in top 10 matchups. If you get Boise State, I don't know if Genty even gets many yards.
Oh, no, he gets his yards.
I don't know, man. Texas had one of the best ground games all year, and they virtually shut them down. So
I'm on the Genty train.
I would like to see it. Don't know if that's a hypothetical matchup that we'd get to see.
He
but
gets 100 at least.
I think Georgia's path to the championship. People can say that Texas has the easiest path, that Penn State has an easy path, but
I'll be honest with you, Arizona State's good.
Georgia, yeah, they are. Georgia, I think, has the easiest path because if you can get through Notre Dame, you get one of those 3 teams, you get to the championship in Atlanta, which is virtually a neutral home game.
It's a home game.
It's a home game. I was there Saturday. I can tell you firsthand account. It's a home game.
Yeah.
Playing for the national championship, give me the Dogs.
Dude, my brother might even get me like a Christmas present or something now.
I hate to admit it, but sometimes you got to just go with you got to go with your eyes instead of your heart.
Hey,
I would love to say Texas is going to make it back and they're going to beat them in the third matchup. But I don't think Texas gets back.
Hard to beat a team 3 times.
Listen, if Georgia Texas do play again and Georgia beats Texas the third time, I don't know if I could take it. I don't know how you Tennessee fans have done it. Georgia's beat Tennessee 8 straight times.
Is it really?
I see Georgia beat Tennessee 3 times in like 3 months, dude, I'll quit watching football. that's I won't quit watching. That's an exaggeration, but man, that would be hard to stomach. I don't know how some teams do it or how some fans do it.
I'm telling you, I've resorted to LSU sucks. I just turn it off now.
I was like that.
I don't even get mad at it
I was
anymore.
like that during your golden period a few years ago,
Yeah.
2019. Yeah, it was not a great season for
I was
Texas.
about to say, after
great season for Texas.
LSU won the Natty, it's been just a straight slippery slope down the
It
mountain.
had a slight incline when Jaden Daniels was there, and then it's back down to the decline.
We're back on the decline.
Yeah, man, it's not went great.
Fire Brian Kelly.
Lost Bryce Underwood.
Yeah, but that's $10.5 million, man.
I mean, I wouldn't turn it down.
I can't name you many 18-year-olds that would say.
Kid grew up a Michigan fan too, so you knew it was happening.
Yeah.
Did you know it was happening?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think as a fan, you kind of have to just eat it and say, yeah, he's gone.
He's out.
But
I'll take Malik Murphy, though.
yeah, man, I don't know where he's going. I don't know.
The
Who's
Nuss-
Who are they going to bring in at quarterback now?
The Nuss Bus.
Is Nuss gone or is he staying?
Unless he declares for the draft, he's got another year.
God bless you.
The Nuss Bus. Dude, I was so high on him.
I was too.
Led the SEC in touchdowns through 5 weeks, throwing the ball everywhere, and then all of a sudden it was just like, what's this in my hand?
Yeah.
But you know, he finished strong.
Who y'all got in the ball game?
Oh, I knew this. Hold on.
I knew this too.
I just looked at it. I looked at all the bowl games. I was getting ready to make our little teacher pick 'em thing at school.
Was it like a Big 12 team or something? How crazy is it that Alabama and Michigan are playing in the postseason for the second year in a row? Last year was in the Rose Bowl, and this year it's not even in the playoffs. That's crazy. Who's Miami got too?
Miami's got Iowa State, don't they?
That's a decent game. Who's Ole Miss got? Duke. I think it's Duke.
It is.
Yeah,
Peyton Shelton came up to me.
They're going to beat the brakes off Duke.
You think so?
Without Malik Murphy at quarterback,
Yeah, you probably
Duke won't have an offense. Duke's got a good defense, but Jackson Dart will find a way to put about 20-point cushion in between them by the fourth quarter.
Let's see. That's from 2014.
What's in 2014?
That's what I just stumbled up on.
Shoo. Green apple cherry. I do like it.
Oh, dude, it's good.
I do like it. I don't know what some of these words on these nutrition facts are. Do you know? Like biotin, 1,000%.
Baylor, I knew that. They were playing
Baylor?
Dave Aranda again, yeah.
What's crazy is Baylor had an underrated season. Don't like Baylor, but I'll give them props. They had like an 8-win season.
Proven in 6 published university studies.
What universities?
Has Celsius been around since 2005?
I just saw that too. Wow. Hey, sometimes it just takes time. You got to stay true to the process.
I agree. They do know artificial colors.
Celsius.com. I'll go on there later and see how many flavors they've got.
I want a sponsor.
I do too. Come on, Celsius.
Should we start tagging them?
Yes.
They don't even have Facebook, though. Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat.
Surely they got a YouTube.
I mean,
Surely they got a Facebook. They just don't have it on here. Because you'd think they have a Twitter too, and it's not down there.
X.
X, yeah, you're right. X.
Don't worry, I can say Twitter all the time.
Anyways, I think that's all we've got.
That's all I got. Dude, I don't know what half of those are. It's probably not good.
No, it's probably not good, but guess what? I drink one a week. So that's
I
all right.
drink one a week.
It's not
I
like
don't even drink
one
them
a
when
week.
basketball season's over.
I don't either. Just during basketball season. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Baseball. Juan Soto.
He got the bag.
He got the bag.
$750.
I know you're a Nationals fan. How do you feel about that? Going to a division rival.
Well, the Nationals didn't give him $750.
No, they gave him $440, and he said no.
Yeah.
and he got $325 million more, almost double. Sorry.
We got a good replacement.
Well, the good thing is, Juan Soto signs to a division rival, but the next day, did you hear?
Yeah, dude, I keep up with baseball about as much.
Hey, yesterday was the draft lottery. The Nationals got.
Oh
the
yeah,
number
I
one
knew they
pick.
got to one.
They got the number 1 pick, so there you go. You know who they're probably going to get with that? Ethan Holiday.
You think so?
Jackson Holiday's brother, Matt's son. Probably going to go him. Unless they go with a college bat and Jace Laviolette from Texas A&M. I don't know. It's early. Nobody expected Paul Skeens to go number 1 when he did, so you never know. You got to see how the season plays out before we start talking about who they're going to get. But
All Skeens, man.
hey,
Did you ever get that card back that he wanted?
Hadn't heard. Have not heard.
Did
It
you
might
see
still
the
be
deal
in a,
that was on the table?
Yeah, it might still be in a box somewhere. Somebody might have not pulled it yet.
I'd like to be the guy that pulled it.
I'd like to be the guy too, and I'd like to keep it for a month and hear all the offers and see what I can get out of it. I'm not giving it up easy.
No, it'd take a.
I'd make people bid for it and be like, all right, what's your offer? What's your offer?
Not enough.
Discuss. Who's going to offer the most? But, Coach, I think that's all I've got for you this week.
That's all I got.
This will probably go up on Thursday night, so if your biggest fan asks, Thursday night.
I'm gonna top her right here, and we'll comment if she does it.
Okay, because I've been here, there, and everywhere today, and 4 shows. Unfortunately, you can't get them all edited, uploaded, and put up on the same night. So
I bet that is in the comment section.
I would have to agree. I would not bet against you on that. You're not going to catch me saying that, though. You might catch me saying that, but it's just against that one team.
That one team. We don't even say their name.
Nah, I don't like them, man. That's all I got for you this week.
That's all I got, bub.
Sit down next week. Let's talk about being 7-2 on would that be 6-game winning streak then? Yep. On a little bit of a winning streak now, hoping to carry it forward. Hoping the ladies carry it forward, too. You got Johnson County Friday night. Starts at 5 o'clock. You don't even have to know what time the boys' game starts. Come watch the girls' game first. Then you can catch the boys' game after 5 o'clock here in Jimmy Jones Gymnasium on Friday night. That's all we've got this week. Thank you for watching this week's edition of the Malone Tractor Service Tyler and Tolliver Show, presented by Critters Corner. We look forward to seeing you next week here on Grassroots Media.